Today, we're not going to be talking about the Treaty of Peace. At least it's not called that, mainly known as. It's mainly known as the Treaty of Versailles. No, wait a second. Versailles. No. It's Versailles. Yeah, that's right. Yep, that's right. Today we're going to be talking about the Treaty of Versailles. Cue the intro. Darksham presents a Hanson production, the Treaty of Versailles. Chop, get to it. So, what is the Treaty of Versailles anyway? The thing is, the Treaty of Versailles is something that happened a while ago, obviously. It happened after World War I ended. A global conflict that no one has seen up until that point. Of course, it's not as disastrous as World War II. Nope, I'm not going to press the button. And this is what happened. Boop. Whoa! And this is exactly what World War I was like. A lot of hunger, a lot of war, and a lot of death. And so, to end all this, a lot of things have happened, and they decided to make a treaty called, the Treaty of Versailles, which I've already showed you. The English version, at least. 33 countries, including these, and Uruguay, all met at the meeting. I should point out that Germany was not invited. Eventually, after they were meeting at Versailles, 3 countries dominated it. And the people representing the countries were the United States, the British Empire, actually it included the United Kingdom, and France. And they became known as the Big Three. And the people who were representing those 3 countries were Woodrow Wilson, representing America, Georges Clemenceau, representing France, and David Lloyd George, representing Britain. And did I get the British flag correct? The Big Three all wanted different things. Let's start with Woodrow Wilson. He wanted a League of Nations and didn't want to have that harsh judgment on Germany about the guiltiness and to start the war. However, France's Georges Clemenceau had suffered the most and wanted Germany to repay everything by giving up loans, a lot of money, some economic aid. No, they're not giving them economic aid. Germany is supposed to give them money to fix their economies. Even though Germany's economy itself was bust, and a full responsibility and starting of the war, even though they technically didn't. And then David Lloyd George is like the in-between. This guy wanted to do something different. I mean, sure, it didn't have so much land damage, but it did have a lot of war damage. So he didn't want to do a lot of things. So he wanted a punishment that was harsh enough for people who just wanted to do things and wanted it to suffer. Also got colonies toward France and Britain. And so when the treaty was finished, Germany was forced to sign it, and they did not like it one bit. Here are the terms. Let's start by dividing them into 3 parts: territorial, military, and the financial economic. The territorial terms were like this. Germany was forced to give Alsace-Lorraine back to France, which is the area where the cursor is right there. Also, Germany, more things happened. Also, they had to give up independent Rhineland, and also no troops were allowed in independent Rhineland. It was demilitarized. Germany was forbidden from uniting with Austria. And this area, which is separating Germany and East Prussia, was given to Poland. So, Germany did suffer a lot. Let's talk about the military terms. Germany's army was just restricted to 100,000 soldiers, and they all had to volunteer. They were allowed 6 battleships, but no submarines. They were also not allowed an air force. And I already said they were not allowed to put troops in independent Rhineland. Now let's talk about some financial terms and economic terms for the Treaty of Versailles on Germany. The Germans had to pay war reparations that eventually went all the way up to 132 billion gold marks. The reason was because the country started printing more money. But the problem is, printing more money doesn't make more money for the country. It makes each of those, well, whatever currency you have, worth less. Meaning that will create inflation. And then, boom, your economy is bust. And you either need to make a new currency or you can just borrow another one. Germany was not allowed to join the League of Nations. Watch my video about the League of Nations, BTW.
Here for a while. At least its descendant is.
So they were forbidden from joining the League of Nations, and Germany had to take full responsibility for starting the whole war, even though that technically they actually didn't do that. Of course, that made a lot of Germans angry. And so this guy, who was also a pretty good painter and drawer, called Adolf Hitler, started up and decided and did a lot of things. He reversed the Treaty of Versailles in secret and in public. And after all of these events, let me just show you all of them. World War II started. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode about the Treaty of Versailles. It kind of sucks, to be honest. Most historians, actually, one thing that all historians probably agree on is that the Treaty of Versailles sucks. And if you actually compare it to other treaties, then it turns out that it's not as harsh as some other countries got. But the only thing that made Germany pretty angry was because of what they were done. It's only their pride that was broken and humiliated that was what's probably sparked Adolf Hitler to do it. And he was crazy patriotic anyway. So, hope you guys enjoyed the Doctrine episode, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Schnarn out. Peace.